First of all, let me say thank you, Madam Chair, not only for this committee hearing, but for entrusting in me to chair the Diversity and Inclusion Subcommittee. Let me say thank you to all of the witnesses, faces that I know. But for the record, my comments and questions are not divisive, nor are they a part of any political elections coming up. And I can clearly say that because anyone who has followed me, met with me, or known me, using your words, I find myself to be the guardian of Dodd-Frank, especially Section 342, as well as diversity and inclusion, MDIs, especially coupled when protege banks, equity for those who are unbanked, racial disparity, the wealth gap, narrowing it, looking at CRA and external contracts with asset managers, lawyers, et cetera. With that said, it was reported in April 2022 by the GAO that there are some 7 million US households that don't have bank accounts. And they gave 3 primary reasons. Anybody know what those 3 are? Let me share it with you. People believe that they don't have enough money. People believe that the fees are too excessive or complicated, or they don't know how to access it. But number 3 is trust, the lack of trust. And oftentimes that is because people don't see people who look like them or their community. So that supports what I believe in. Now let me tell you some good news. Every one of you sitting here has met with me. On June 16th, I had the opportunity to spend more than an hour with every one of you. In addition to that, many of you, as recent as yesterday, brought staff, walked me through your changes. So I'm going to applaud you for that. And let me tell you why. But for this chairwoman pushing the envelope, maybe having subpoena power, but making sure that she was consistent. If we're going to talk about justice, if we're going to talk about democracy and fairness, then we can't get to all the other things, whether it's intelligence, whether it's cybersecurity, if you don't reflect the people that put all those dollars into your bank, buying homes, everything that they're doing comes back to what I believe in and what I stand for. You have moved the needle, and that's what I asked you to do. You sucked before that. And many still have a lot of work to do. But I am going to give you credit because I really don't believe, but for this committee, you would have been in here. I really don't believe that you would have been as serious and intentional, not just the window dressing that you've done for years. Not impressed with us saying, go hire people, and then you go hire 40 or 50 people, and none of those people report to you. None of those people have an opportunity to go into the boardroom. But now, we are moving the needle. Now, don't get real excited. We have a lot more work to do. But I do believe in saying and rewarding people who are moving the needle because that's what I asked you to do. Now, it gets much tougher as we go along. Because see, once you move the needle, I'm a clinical psychologist by trade. Once you move the needle, it means now I should be able to look at your board and see that same type of diversity. Now, Congressman Green asked you about the future, and that was really good, but I want to talk about the present. How many people have someone who would represent diversity that reports to you? We didn't have that, Congresswoman Waters, before you established this committee. How many people have taken a D&I or someone into their board of trustees room and did a report on D&I? We did not have that before this committee. So if you could move the needle now, part 2, which starts tomorrow, is I'm going to give you a bigger needle to move. But I want to say thank you for being here, and I'm going to tell you a bit of tidbit. We aren't just beating up on you and asking you to do these good things. You are making America better, and it means you can do much more. We have done the same thing to asset managers. Yesterday, we brought insurance, the largest insurance investment companies in the firm. They did not do so well. And so we're going to use you as a benchmark. Now we set the needle higher. And so I want to know how many people are going to make a commitment to come back, to continue to do this, and to continue to move that needle. Let the record show, Mr. Green, they all raised their hands, and I'm going to hold them accountable. Thank you, and I yield back.